Hi, let's take a look at how we can use the graphing calculator for section 2.3. There's truly no new skills here, but you should be able to use the calculator to check yourself on identifying what transformations have occurred to go from one function to a new function. So let's just look at how this might work and how you might use your calculator. For instance, if you have a problem of the form 1/2, let me get my thing here. Okay, 1/2 times x plus 2 squared. Now we see that this is a transformation of the basic function, which happens to be x squared. Now to see that change that has occurred, we can graph the function x squared if you like. And so there's our basic parabola, and here's the shift. Now remember what I talked about, how the order of things have to occur. There is a 1/2, which is a vertical shrink, right, which is affecting the y values. There is a horizontal shift left by 2 units. So what we would have to do in this problem is apply the shifting left first and then the vertical shrink of 1/2. And you can see how we would get then this graph. Let's look at one more example. Let me clear these out. Let's suppose that we want to transform the square root of x which we have here as our basic function. And then maybe we're going to enter the transformation of the square root of negative x minus 1. And let's just think about this. We have inside changes here. We have a minus 1, which is a shift of 1 unit to the right. We also have this negative x, and remember what the negative x means. That's one of the reflections, but when you're taking the opposite of x, you're reflecting across the y. So you would expect this graph to move right 1 and then have its mirror image across the y-axis, so somewhere over here. So if we press enter, we can see what would happen, and that's exactly what is happening. So if we shifted this graph 1 unit and did do its mirror image, so that 1, 0 would become negative 1, 0, and there we would see the transformation. So if you have any questions about how to use your calculator, it's really just confirming the things that you should be able to do by hand, but please contact me and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks.